Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay, Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, for Wednesday night, May the 1st. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. You think I was in a good mood last night, even though the Canucks lost? I am in a better mood, even better mood today, because I presented my capstone project. I'm not a doctor, so it wasn't defending a thesis, but it was presenting my capstone. And now I'm officially done all of my courses, all of my assignments, all of my responsibilities for my Master of Arts in Pastoral Theology from the Augustine Institute in Denver. I got my final grade. I got a 94 on my paper, 89 on my final, so I could have done a bit better, but 93% overall in this final course, my 12th out of 12. And yeah, Gail and I are flying down tomorrow night. We're flying down at 7 o'clock, arrive in Denver time around 10:30. Probably by the time we get the car and hotel, it'll be midnight by the time we get to the hotel, but still, excited. Then Friday morning, I have a rehearsal. Then Friday afternoon, we have an open house at the college. Friday night, we have our dinner. The dinner is at 5 o'clock Nashville time, which is 4 o'clock Vancouver time. Sorry, 5 o'clock Colorado time, 4 o'clock Vancouver time, which guess what? Yes, 6 o'clock Nashville time. So the exact time that the hockey game is, I'm going to be at my dinner for my master's. And I guess as much as I love the Canucks, I should probably show up to this dinner. And then, yes, son. No, I'm keeping it for later. Gail's trying to be helpful while I'm streaming, but no. Anyway, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And what I was saying is I'm at my dinner at 5 o'clock Denver time. It's 4 o'clock Vancouver time. It is 6 o'clock Nashville time. So yes, while the Canucks are trying to close out the series, I'll be at my dinner, and then I'm sure I'll be checking the scores as I go. And then if my Wi-Fi is good enough, I will try and stream on Friday night, but we have a couple days to figure that out. So I'm in a good mood, and I got a bit of work to do tonight after the stream, and then I have a half day of work tomorrow, and then going to get ready to leave tomorrow night. So that's me. Just want to share all that with you. Wanted to share my joy and excitement with you, and you guys are so good at sharing your joy and excitement with me. So thank you always for your support, especially over the 5 past years. It's been a steady 5 years of just kind of quietly doing my thing, studying, getting through this master's. But now on Saturday morning, I'm sure you'll see a couple of pictures on social. You'll see me smiling with one of those goofy grad gowns on. So that's me. Enough about me. Let's get to the show. Let's get to all of you moderators. Do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support as always. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world. Thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me right now, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So as we get going, this is how you get involved tonight. You can subscribe so you get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos every single day. Can I tell you guys something? As I start the stream, I'm at 10,997, 10,997. So all I need is for 3 of you who aren't subscribed yet to hit the subscribe button, get me to 11,000, as long as no one else unsubscribes. And then I'll wake up tomorrow with 11,000 subscribers, which I'll be very happy about. And then my next stream back, I will do some sort of giveaway for 11,000. Won't do it tonight, but I will maybe do one as early as Sunday if we get to that 11,000. So you can subscribe, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video. There are 51 of you watching on YouTube, only 11 likes. So we'd love to bump that up. There are another 50 watching on X. Thank you. So yeah, there's over 100 people in here already on a non-game night, which is pretty cool. You can leave a donation like legendary Carol Bovenlander. Just got too excited. Let's give her some love. Legendary Carol Bovenlander says, Clay, congratulations. He worked so hard for it. Thank you. I wish you nothing but the best. Thanks for coming on and streaming. What are your thoughts about tomorrow's game? Do you think they'll win? Well, Carol, thank you for the donation. Let's give Carol some love. If you're talking about the next Canucks game, it's actually on Friday, and I do think the Canucks will win. They have not lost in Nashville this season, either regular season or playoffs. I do think they'll win, but I'm going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. So let's give Carol some much deserved love in the chat. You can also gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. And if you can use your monthly membership message, your triple M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Ryan says, congrats. Thank you. Let's finish this on Friday, please. The fans in Edmonton were chanting, we want Vancouver. We want Vancouver. That's fine. Let them chant that. I don't believe in superstition or anything like that. It's not like they're going to manifest a win nor a loss. Interesting choice of words, considering we beat them 4 times during the regular season. But hey, they can wish for whatever they want, and let's see. Let's worry about it once we do our side of the deal, so to speak, and win our series. We're at 10,997. I won't keep harping this. So if you haven't subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe now. But if many of you are subscribed already, then that is awesome. So today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk for about 10 or 15 minutes, kind of recap the series so far, because my question to you basically, I'm going to put in the poll right now, and you can be as honest. Well, of course I want you to be honest. Who has been my question to you is simple. Who has been the better team this series? I know the Canucks are the team that's up 3-2. Someone's got to be up 3-2 in a 5 games so far. But I asked you, be honest, who has been the better team this series? And by the way, Ian, I appreciate the love, bro. I'd subscribe a second time if I could. That's fine. And yes, and don't unsubscribe and subscribe, because that defeats the purpose. Then we're at the same number. But thank you, Ian. Who has been the better team? I'm not going to try and influence your vote, but I want to go through a couple of things, and then I'll do my Mitchell sponsor read. Then I'll turn it over to all of you, and we'll go for a good 40 to 45 minutes tonight. Here are the results so far this series. Game number 1, that epic home game, well, epic enough, where Demko makes that save, that split save 3 minutes into the game on Beauvillier. All of us thought that that's how he got injured. Apparently not. Then Jason Zucker scores early. Don't worry, I'm not going to go through every goal in the series, but I just remember this one. Zucker scores early on that blown faceoff coverage by Petey. Then we tie it up. Then Nashville goes up 2-1. And then that's when we scored 2 goals in 12 seconds. It was the Suter deflection off the Hughes point shot. And then it was the wonderful Lindholm work, Garland out to Joshua. And that was crazy. That's the loudest I'd heard Rogers Arena in a while. And then Joshua seals it with an empty netter. And yes, that was the one. I was trying to stall and jog my memory. Who scored the first Canucks goal? It was Lindholm, yes, coming just through the neutral zone and snapping one past Saros from the faceoff dot. And remember this game, 24-21 were the shots. So almost normal. Little did we know that that's basically the same number of shots we get every game. The hits were massive, 75 hits, 41-34 for us. And the block shots were a pedestrian, 25 total, 14-11. So we win by my favorite score, 4-2. And I think that, I think that they are absolutely, it was meant to be by winning that first game 4-2. Then the second game, this is the game where this is the frustrating one, where we outshot them like crazy. We also missed the net 35 times. No, sorry. We outshot them, not necessarily by shots on goal, by shot attempts, because we had 30 of our shots blocked. Another 32 or 34 missed the net. And this one was the crazy game where Beauvillier scores that fluky one. This is Casey DeSmith now. Then Forbert scores in tight. Sissons, I can't remember. What was the Sissons goal? It doesn't matter. And then Zadorov scores from the point, and then Sherwood scores in the empty net. And this is what stood out to me. Well, only 18 to 16 shots on goal and another 78 hits, so 47 to 31. But look at that, 30 block shots by the Nashville Predators. Okay, so then it's 1-1. I'm going to go through this whole thing and then I'll give you my opinion. Then we win 2-1 in Nashville, and it was almost a reverse of game number 2, where Nashville had more shots. But 30 to 12 were the shots, but we blocked 28 of them. Hits went down to 57, but this is the game where our power play did really well with JT Miller and Brock Besser both scoring power play goals. Huge, huge, huge. Evangelista gets a late one. Miller was the wrist shot, and then Besser, I'm trying to figure out how this one went in. It was a tip, it looks like. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay. So then we're up 2-1 in a game where you could say that Nashville dominated. They outshot us 30 to 12. Then game number 4, this was the crazy one, the miraculous game where we score with 3 minutes left, with 7 seconds left, and then in overtime. And as fun as this game was, we could argue that maybe Nashville should have won this one. Then game 5 was the one that we just had at Rogers Arena last night. Actually, we should probably look at the stats for game 4 out of fairness. For game 4, again, our shots 30 to 21, and then hits were even 3-5-3-3, and then block shots were back to normal 12 to 10. And then in game 5, just last night, it was another low shot affair. We always get low shots, 22 to 20, and then we got killed in the faceoff circle. A lot of hits last night, 75 hits, and block shots slightly up, but not to the crazy levels that of 30 from the previous series, the previous games. So now, when we look at the series as a whole, and just before I do that, I want to recognize Carol Bovenlander being the legend that she is. So Carol gives a donation, and it goes back to Darren in Victoria. So welcome back to Darren. Welcome back, Darren, back to the CCC, the Clays Canucks commentary crew. Always great to have you. And Carol, thank you for your generosity as always. So you have it on the screen, you guys. Those are the 5 games. And let's give game 1 to I'd say game 1 was pretty even. Game 2, Vancouver dominated, but Nashville won. So let's say game 1 was even. Let's say game 2, Vancouver was the better team. I think we could argue that game 3, Nashville was the better team. Game 4, as much as I love the win, I think Nashville was the better team. And last night, I think Vancouver was the better team for the first period, but Nashville was the better team for periods 2 and 3. So if I add it up, I actually say Vancouver was the better team in games 1 and 2, despite the loss game 2. And I'd say that Nashville was the better team in games 3, 4, and 5, despite Nashville losing 2 of those games. They might say, no, Clay, that's not right. Vancouver, they're winning the series 3-2, so they might be the better team. Yeah, I might not agree with that, but I'd love to hear you out. I'd love to hear your arguments for that. And I'm not saying that the Canucks have to give one of these wins back or whatever. I'm just trying to be as unbiased as I can and take a look at what's happening in this series. I'm not saying that it's only because of what the coaches say, but when you listen to Andrew Brunette talk, the head coach of the Nashville Predators, he is very comfortable with the way his team is playing. And I don't think that's lip service. I think he truly is comfortable with the way his team is playing, and he wants them to keep staying the course. Where you listen to Rick Tocchet talk after the games, and he doesn't like the way his team is playing. Like kind of uneven, not consistent. I guess that's what uneven is, and other things as well. So the coaches, when you listen to them, if you listen to Burnett, it sounds like they're winning every game. When you listen to Tocchet, it sounds like they're losing every game, the Canucks. So is that another reason why that my argument might hold some weight? Is that I think that maybe Nashville has been the better team right now. I called this vlog, this live stream, are the Canucks lucky to be winning the series? Well, you don't have to apologize for luck. you need luck to be good. What's that saying? You need good to be lucky, lucky to be good. And I think we'd agree that the Canucks were pretty lucky, in game number 4. You could argue they were unlucky in game number 2, and maybe they're unlucky a bit last night. So it can go both ways. But when I added up, if I had to affix a winner to each of the games, like who was better, not who won the game, I would give it to Vancouver game 1 and 2, and I would give it to Nashville for games 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to end the poll now just because I want to see where we are. So yeah, the poll is pretty close. It is 52% of you saying Nashville, 47% of you are saying Vancouver. So it's basically split right down the middle, which is that means it's a good poll question, or that means we're indecisive, one or the other. But yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at with what with what I was saying. And I'm going to get to more of your comments in a sec. But interesting, I just want to read these two. Clay, don't state facts. I was called an idiot who doesn't know anything about hockey just because I said the way the Canucks are playing and the shots they're generating, they're lucky to be up. Yeah, no, well, let's talk. Thanks for being here. And no one should call you an idiot for anything, let alone hockey takes, which are probably pretty accurate. Sorry to hear that. Mike says games 1, 3, and 4, we were outplayed. Games 2 and 5, we had the better chances and possession. So again, that's a 3-2 split then for Nashville, just not in the order that I had it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Very, very good. A couple other things that I want to talk about, and then I'll go to Mitchell's sponsor read, and then I'll turn it over to all of you for a good 20 minutes. Number one, the Norris Trophy. It's funny. I think Fangirl, you asked me last night when I thought the Norris Trophy nominees would be announced, and it turns out they were announced this morning. And no surprise, the 3 guys that were nominated are Quinn Hughes. And when I say nominated, the votes are already in. They already know who the winner is, but they announced the 3 finalists. So the finalists are Quinn Hughes, Roman Josi, and Cale Makar. So it's pretty cool that we have 2 of the 3 Norris Trophy candidates. We are watching them battle it out in our series, Vancouver against Nashville. So again, Hughes, Josi, and Makar are the 3 finalists for the Norris Trophy. Josi has won it before, I think in 2019. Makar won it 2 years ago, I think, or was it last year? I think that this will be Quinn Hughes' year, and it'll be awesome if Quinn Hughes wins the franchise first ever Norris Trophy. So there was that news. The second item, and congratulations to Quinn. Obviously, we know how good he's been this season. The second item of news today was that Vasily Podkolzin was indeed assigned to Abbotsford. We talked about this before, and we had heard this, that if he's going to be a healthy scratch up here and our farm team is just an hour east on the highway, why not get him some game time with the Abbotsford Canucks? Not just so he's skating, and because he can obviously help the Abbotsford Canucks team. So Vasily Podkolzin going to Abbotsford, that means if there's any changes in the lineup, it's Neil Zaman is the next man up. Finally, they announced and I kind of hinted at this when I was complaining about my dinner. I'm not complaining about my dinner on Friday, but game time is indeed 4:00 Vancouver time, which is 6:00 Nashville time. So 4:00 Vancouver, 6:00 Nashville. Originally, I was wondering why they went, because I remember the last Friday's game was 4:30 Vancouver time, 6:30 Nashville. And then I think when they originally set it, you know what they had? They had Vancouver set for 4 p.m. our time, so 6 Nashville. And then they had Edmonton, LA set for 7 o'clock. So it would be a 4 o'clock Vancouver, and then on the West Pacific time, the 7 o'clock for Edmonton, LA, which would have been in LA. But obviously, they don't need that game anymore. So I think what they did, the NHL was smart. I believe when we woke, what we heard around in midday today was I thought they announced Vancouver, Nashville as 4 o'clock Pacific, and then they announced LA, Edmonton for 7 o'clock Pacific. That's what I thought I saw, but they didn't assign a time for Dallas, Vegas. Then when we learned tonight that the Edmonton Oilers eliminated the LA Kings, that 7 o'clock time slot was free. So now they've slotted Dallas and Vegas into that time slot. So once again, this Friday, it's Vancouver, Nashville, 4 o'clock our time, and then Dallas, Vegas, 7 o'clock our time. That series is also 3-2, and that one, Dallas is up, surprisingly. They've won 3 straight. against the Vegas Golden Knights. So I'm going to do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'm going to turn it over to all of you, highlight, answer your questions, highlight some comments. But basically, lots of things to talk about is who do you think is being the better team in the series? Thoughts on Quinn Hughes nominated for the Norris. Is he going to win? I say yes. Thoughts on Podkolzin being sent down. Thoughts on the 4:00 start time here. And anything else you want to talk about? Petey, Hoglander, Mikheyev, Hughes, Zadorov, DeSmith, Shelovs, whatever you want to talk about, I'd be happy to answer some of your questions. But let me do my mid-show sponsor read first. Shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Express Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, personal training, weight loss. Check them out at ptform.com. Thank you to Gassy Jack Artwork, maker that fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Also, a mid-show reminder to you to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, then you can get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos. You can like the video. There are 92 watching on YouTube. Thank you. Only 26 likes, so we can bump that up for sure. And there's also another, looks like 190 of you watching on X. So thank you for everyone who's watching there as well. You can leave a donation like Carol has done. Thank you, Carol. You can gift a membership also like Carol has done. Thank you, Carol. Carol being very generous tonight, as always. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message, your M, or you can rate and review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Don't forget, I am not having a show tomorrow night because I'll be just landing in Denver and trying to figure out how to get to my hotel. So I will not have a show tomorrow night. And then I generally don't stream on Fridays and Saturdays, but if the Canucks win on Friday, or maybe even if they lose, that might call for an emergency stream, or not even emergency, just an unplanned stream. It's not an emergency. That's not life or death. And the fact that I'm going to be 1 hour ahead of you means that I could actually do it at midnight in Colorado, in Denver. And then that would be my usual 11 o'clock start time. So I guess my point is on Friday, the game, if it doesn't go to overtime, will end by 7 or so. 7 or so Pacific time, and I'll have about 3 or 4 hours, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, depending on the results of the game, to figure out if I want to stream or not. All right, now put your questions in the comments, and I'll do questions only unless I have time to do some of my favorite comments. Undefeated with Clay Stream Man, Clay Dress Man, Clay Dance Man, Clay Arena Man, Clay Lost Voice Man, Hronik Holiday Man, U2 Man, Dakota Hype Man, Hughes Hitman, Citizens Choke Man, Niels Fight Man, Cold Clutch Man, Tucker Pool Man, Tom Green Man, and Defeated with Hronik Penalty Shot Man, Ben Dover, very good, Anita Poop, Talk It Doesn't Challenge Man, and Nikita Goldman. By the way, Tom Green Man and the gang, I love it. I love the name. Do you type that up every time, or do you like copy and paste it into some notes pages or some Word doc? I'm really curious if you're willing to divulge your secret. Which one of Edler or Kessler would most likely retire Canuck like Biexi did? We heard that Kessler wants to. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I also wouldn't be surprised if that happened to Edler. He didn't leave with any animosity. He just didn't leave with much fanfare at all. Hollaback, not a good playoff player. He always brings the Jets to hell and back. Very good, very good. Canucks still haven't played a game to their capability, and that's where they pot 4 or 5 and coasted comfortable. Hopefully, that's a great point, Ricky. We have not, and credit Nashville for sure. We have not been able to play our type of game. If the Canucks lose, Carol says you're right about that. Vancouver does have to change. That's what the weather like in Germany. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you, Carol. If the Canucks lose a series, at least they know who they want to keep for improvement. Also, that Hronik is not worth $8 million a year. Yes, but Fillmore, I'm not worried about that just yet. Yeah, Scott Fox, I did indeed do my summary tonight. Finally, I was a little busy finishing my master's, and I'm gonna say that in the body of my email. But yes, I'll be sending out an update before I go to bed tonight. It won't be a standings update. It'll just be a summary of picks. You got it, brother. Similarities between 2011 and 2024. Game 1 win at home. Game 2 lose at home. Game 3 and 4 wins with multiple goals by right-handed American. Game 5 loss. Wow. You're talking about against Nashville is too. So that means we're supposed to win tomorrow, right? I mean, on Friday, right, Irvin? Wow, they've already sold out the watch party. I'm going to look it up right now. Ticketmaster. Have they already sold out the watch party? That is crazy. Because on the last one they did, they only had 12,000 fans in there. I know they didn't have it completely. Okay, Rogers away game viewing party. It's pulling up. It's pulling up. Wow, you're right. There are no more tickets. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to release more, but wow, that is crazy. Gurkamov, all things being equal, I start to Smith. I would love to see PD score on Friday, Ryan. I would absolutely love it. I'm not sure how many tickets they sold for this one, Carol. Copy and paste, smart. I wish 94 and 2024 Canucks had similarities other than the 30-year gap. Yeah, that was a fun run too. Would I rather lose a hard-fought Game 7 to Preds or a swept by Oilers in the second round? I would still take the getting swept in the second round because it means we got to the second round. Brandon, do you think fans should quit worrying about the challenge goal? Driving me nuts how much I'm seeing this. Great point, Brandon. I think if you're one like me and you, it sounds like, who doesn't think it should have been challenged, then yeah, it might be getting tiresome. If you're someone who's adamant that they should have challenged it and they have the reasons for believing so, which is fine, then I'm sure it's gonna be a story until Friday. I think it will die down tomorrow, but I can understand why it's still fresh in people's mind just 24 hours later. So Ryan, they do the voting right when the season ends. So they've already voted and tabulated. So they already know who won, but they announced the 3 top vote getters as the finalists. I think Rick Tocchet will get nominated and win the Jack Adams. I think Demko will not win the Vezina. Hellebuyck will. And I think that Hughes will win the Norris. And those are the only ones that I think will get nominated for. But that's 3. That's pretty awesome. PD will wake on Friday. Would love it. Yeah, realistic term and money. I think he's going to think he's a $5 million player at 4 to 5 years. I would love it if he takes less than 5 here, like 4.5 to 5, but I don't know if that's realistic, especially with this big playoff run that he's having. Welcome back, Taylor. If the unthinkable happens and the Canucks get bounced in the first round, do you think there will be wholesale changes to the roster? Wholesale, Darren, in terms of I don't think they're going to trade guys away, but they're going to be less apt to keep a lot of their UFAs. Let's put it that way. Can PD drive his own line? I think he can, but he needs better wingers. Like, really, there's only one really good winger on this team right now, like really good, and that's Besser. I say Garland and Joshua are up there, and PD has not barely got to play with any of those guys this season. Yeah, he had some good looks. Yep. This series, it's interesting. It's not just about numbers, but Miller has 6 points. Hughes has 5. Besser has 5. Joshua has 4. Zadorov and Lindholm has 3. Yeah, I think Miller, Hughes, and Besser are more noticeable on the score sheet, but I really like the next round of players, especially Lindholm, and I think Zadorov has been good too. Predicting a 4 overtimer. Wow. Well, then I can get back to my room and watch it. Other than being right-handed and playing with Hughes, Hronek is overrated. I think that's fair. I think a lot of people would agree with you. Like Rick, he says, don't sign Hronek. I think they'll release more. Last I checked, they released the upper bowl, only some sections of the lower bowl. Yeah, that makes sense, Ahmed. G-Sync for hockey, 18,900 is a sellout, like 18,960 or something. Or 18,600, but it's just under 19,000. AJ, another elimination game. Fun fact, we were waiting for a cup for as long as New York fans waited in 94. Oh my gosh, 53-year drought, right? Yes, Burned. I think we will win on Friday. Yeah, someone else mentioned this, Ricky. We want Vancouver. Sure. Sounds good. Announce the winner of the awards. There's June 27 or something is the award show. No, that's not right. That's the I don't know. It's right after the Stanley Cup Finals, but before the draft. Quinn was president, GM, and head coach. That's crazy. Hey, Tyler, is the key to closing the series out as simple as power play, getting on the score sheet? I don't think it's just that simple, but that's huge, Des Money. Yeah, imagine a couple power play goals in this series. And I think they still got to get more shots in the net overall. D-Tran, I think it means Philip Hronek. Milstein wants term, longer than 5 years. Ugh. Vezina is fickle, but it's voted on the GMs. Yeah, so fickle or not, I think Hellebuyck wins. Dry cycle, McKen not. Or Helen with the puns tonight. I love it. Edmonton has a lot of firepower. You think Zadorov takes 3.5 for 6? Nope. I think he thinks a 4.5 player. I really do. He wants a long-term deal. The way he looks around the arena at the crowd and doing the anthem, I do agree. I think he loves playing here, but that doesn't mean you take $1 million a year less. Perry got hurt today for a bit during the game. Oh, I did not know that. Plays Zadorov on left wing. Yeah, he likes to go up there, doesn't he, Mike? Yeah, I agree. But fans will be fans. Last 120 minutes at the Raj, only Zeta scored for us twice. Yes, we need more. Do you think the new Utah franchise creates new fans, given that Vegas, Colorado, and so close in Arizona? Yep. I think there'll be some interest there for sure, and via new fans. I really do. I think a bit of both, Brandon. I think there's something lingering, and I think there's something lingering in his head as well. If the Canucks get past the Predators, I think Edmonton takes Vancouver in 6. Yeah. Score prediction for Friday. Do the floodgates open? It's Nashville. Yeah, I'll go 5-3 Canucks. Hronek is good, at least with 4 more. Yes. Yes, but he'll want to make closer to 7, I think. A year ago, someone asked you to name better linemen. Who has better linemen, Pettersson or Garland? Who would you say? Someone asked you a year ago, someone asked you who has better line mates. Who would you say? Yeah, a year ago, I'd say Höglander or Mikheyev would have more potential for sure. I do think PD is a bit hurt, and I think he's low in confidence. I think both can be true. It'll be Vancouver versus Edmonton and the refs. Nash has been the harder working team, especially defensively. Next player a little lucky to have a series lead. Yeah, I agree with you, Darren. That's kind of like the point I was making. I do have faith. Yeah. So both things can be true, you guys. And I think you guys know me well enough where just because I'm trying to be honest and say that Nashville's being the better team, it doesn't mean I'm cheering for Vancouver any less. In fact, I'm cheering for them more to have their breakout game finally this Friday. Burned, we're all waiting for PD. We're all waiting. If I were talk it, I would actually try Lotto. Then I would go, I would do one of two things. I go Lotto, then Lindholm, Höglander, Mikheyev, then Blueger, Garland, Joshua, then your fourth line of whatever. I guess in this case, it'd be Suter, Lafferty, and PDG. Or you keep Pete and Lindholm together and you keep Besser, Miller, and Suter. Then you can go with the 3 Swedes, Pettersson, Lindholm, and Höglander. Then that means your third center would be Suter. No, I just had him out there. You could go actually Blueger between Garland and Joshua. And then your fourth line then would have to be Niels Aman in as center. And then one of PDG or Lafferty or Mikheyev is sitting in that instance. Garland has had worse line mates all year, but he's been a play driver. He's been so good. 4.5 seems reasonable. I think so, but it might be a little low now that I see it. If we do go versus Edmonton, I think the series would fare well because we made the better team, and I think we'll be good. I think it'll be good too. It'd be exciting. Rick, yeah, I've talked about this at length. I don't think that they should have challenged that goal. I think that was the right call not to. If the Canucks advance, what's your prediction? I agree. I think it's Oilers in 6 as well. Zadorov has replaced Kuzmenko in terms of fan favorite Russian. That's true. Zadorov has 2 more goals than Pettersson's entire line. Yes, not good. I like the draft, Simon. If you're asking how it's you basically pick a reverse order how you finish, but a lottery could change that up. What'd you think about that second goal for Nashville? Felt the building was drained. Yeah, it was tough. It was just because I actually thought we were going to win after Zadorov scored. So that was a quick turn of events. Would I do Hronek for Marner? I wouldn't. As much as we're talking about how Hronek might be like overpaid or overrated, he is still a right shot defenseman. 6 million Hronek, and hopefully all Canucks fans will be okay with it. But will Hronek be okay with it? Oh, June 27th is the awards. Thank you. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, of course I want Vancouver to win, but If you look at the way Edmonton is playing right now, and you look at the way Vancouver is playing right now, I think, well, I can't tell you what to do. I think Edmonton would be the favorite. I really do. But of course, I want Vancouver to win. Priority ranked UFAs to sign Zadorov, Joshua Hronek, Lindholm, Myers, Bluger, Lafferty. Well, yeah, Hronek is an RFA. So if I take him out of the equation, and yeah, I think Lafferty is number 7 for sure. I don't know. I might move Myers ahead of Lindholm, but I do like Lindholm a lot. Just worried about the cost. I'll take $6 million on Hronek. Put McCabe on defense. He's a large lad, and his stone hands won't be an issue. Yeah, he's bigger than you think. That's for sure. Hronek, like PD, is a ghost up there. It wasn't been great. Lekaramaki or Johnson. Johnson is a budding star, making an impact for the Stars. Yeah, I want to see what Lekaramaki can do, though, Justin. Would Parkosen or Hoglander or be that guy for us? No, but maybe Lekaramaki will be. Yeah. Definitely Parkosen won't be. Maybe Hoglander is a little bit inconsistent for me as well. 0 goes against when PD played with Parkosen and Garland. Interesting. Well, yeah, I used to call that the PPG line. I remember that now. Would you be okay if the Canucks sign Hronek to a Hanifin type of deal? 8 years at 7. Hanifin is better than Hronek, but right-handed. Yeah, it's funny that we're talking how 7.1 might be a good deal for Hronek. I do like his right shotness, and he's not perfect, but at least he's a good, solid number, not a number 1 D-man, number 2 D-man, number 3 D-man, but he's number 1 right shot on our team. Hronek only noticeable when he's the reason the other team scores. Yeah, he's had a couple of rough ones. Healthy Demko, do you think Edmonton would beat Vancouver? No, that's a great point, Brandon. That's a great point. When I made my quick prediction, I was presuming that Demko's not in the series. Yeah, I agree. Please win Friday. Okay, guys, I better go to questions only now just so I don't fall too far behind. No news about Demko just yet. Bruce said on TSN that Nashville will steal the series. No. When the Canucks re-sign Quinn, I think we're talking he's 10 or 11 million. I think he's double digit for sure, fangirl. Going to the sports bar on Friday. Nice. Have some fun, Daniel. That's great. We advance Friday, get a few days rest. Number 35 Demko comes out to U2 in game 1 against Edmonton. That would be amazing. I don't know if that's going to happen. That would be amazing, though, for sure. McDavid, 15 million or more. Yeah, when does his contract end, fangirl? I could see it. Especially with the salary cap going up. I could see it. Brett Pesce. Yeah, I don't know. Did he have a good year? Would you want to see and support a consolation single game elimination playoff bracket for the teams that miss the playoffs where the winner gets the first overall pick? No, I think once you're out of the playoffs, you don't want to play again for anything else. So I wouldn't need to see that. Okay, you're okay with the Canadian team? We need to stop icing. RFA can get you picks, prospects, and a right-hand center and a right-hand D. All right. What do you mean by that, Fillmore? RFA restricted free agents can get you picks, prospects. Oh, you're saying if we trade Hronek away? I'm not sure. Tell me what you mean, Fillmore. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Justin. It keeps the interest a bit longer. Hronek isn't doing his slap shots. That's true. What do you think of the officiating last game? Inconsistent for both teams. Yeah, I thought it was fine. He said I didn't actually get a good look at the Joshua boarding penalty, though. Wife took a photo with a fan wearing LTIR. No, I did not see that. I saw that jersey, though. Yeah, Dallas has won 3 in a row. I go to Smith. How do you think the people that did not make the playoffs, how do you think we're going to pray for Canada? How do you think? Oh, if you're talking about the World Championship team, I hope they do okay. Especially as guys have their sights set on making the Olympic team. Game 5, Demko is playing it, steal it. You think so? I agree about DeSmith. Pesce doesn't want to play for Canada. In Canada, that sucks. No, I think Boston will also finish it in 6. Was Demko rushed back? So hard to say, fangirl. It's so hard to say. I don't think so. It felt like a long time. Can't wait for the next 30 for 30 even. Why? What's it on, Zal? Bring back Jalen Chatfield. The refs for the Edmonton game seemed kind of fishy. Oh, I did not notice that. Lekir Mackey won the SHL Elite Prospects Award for top junior. Nice. Did security at Rogers Arena find the sniper who took down Forsberg? Yeah, for such a good player, I wish he was a little bit tougher on his skates. That's for sure. Canucks After Dark back on Monday, or were you doing an early one like on Sunday? No, Edmund, not this week because I don't land until like 10 p.m. on Sunday. So I'm pretty sure we're going to stick to Monday. Yeah, let's talk hockey. I think a lot of people lose the forest for the trees, so to speak, when they think that it's illegal. Like a third of the teams do what Vegas did. They're just not as high profile. Yeah, I'm with you in your imaginations. I said this last night. They did not show any of the penalties, or they did not show the 2 Nashville goals. It was really weird. Canucks in 6. 3 years from now, G Sing, I think the Canucks are battling, for the top of the division. I don't think they're like a favorite to win the Stanley Cup or whatever, but that's 3 years into PD, 3 years older Miller. Hughes will be still dominating. I think Canucks will be fine in 3 years. Okay, interesting. Dollywall said DeSmith was healthy enough to start game 5, so he'll do game 6. No cap during the playoffs. That's true. 90 million made shirts and walking other fans saying they were never over the cap. I hate Tampa more because of Rob can't have a cup. Yeah, I still like Tampa. Clay, seems like you're in such a good place in life these days. What if are your biggest challenges, struggles? A great question, Irvin. I can answer this one honestly. Well, that came out the wrong way. I answer every question honestly, but yeah, if anyone who's been around me or has noticed in the past couple of days, I'm in a really good mood because I've just completed 5 years of studying, and it sounds like I'm bragging, but I am very happy. I am very happy. That was the big investment of my life, time, money, energy, and yeah, I have a sense of gratitude and sense of accomplishment right now for sure. So yes, things are going well. Things aren't going perfect. What are your biggest challenges and struggles? I think one struggle is I want to be healthier. I want to exercise more. And that's one thing that has suffered a lot with my ruptured Achilles. So I got to get creative and find ways to stay in better shape. Maybe it means drinking less of this. So one struggle is my physical health. My mental, spiritual, and emotional health is fine, but my physical health can be better. And, to be honest with you, Urban, in a spirit of transparency, it's just hard to get ahead in life when it comes to monetarily. And obviously money is not that important to me because I work for the Catholic Church full time, but it's when you work really hard and you put in hustle and whatever, and you don't always seem like you're getting ahead, whatever your definition of ahead is. I think that's a challenge that many people go through. And no matter if you think you're rich or if you think you're poor, if you think you're middle class, if you think you're thriving, if you think you're struggling, it's very rare that someone's completely content where they are when it comes to that kind of thing. And I'm certainly not complaining. Gail and I feel very blessed. Our family's blessed. We're healthy. We can afford things that we want to afford for the most part. Yet, I think you always want, when it comes to money, it's not money like money face, like possessions. It's more about security and future for yourselves and the kids. I think that's always on my mind. So, wow, that was a very honest answer. I hope that made a lot of sense. City News, Jason already played. It already played on their streaming site. Pushing Edmonton be in the cup final. Did you see the fishing? I did not watch, Sal. I did not. Well, I do not know how they assign playoff referees, fangirl, so I don't know. I do think the Leafs lose on Friday. If the Canucks lose this series, Daniel, I'll be sad. I'll be sad because they were the number 1 team in the Pacific for the majority of the season. So I'll be sad for sure. I'll be thinking, like, what the heck am I going to do with all my time now? Do you think they're lucky to be winning? Yeah, Andrew, I'm not sure if you heard the whole opening. I do think they're relatively lucky. I think they should be down 3-2. I don't think they should have lost the series, but I think they should be down 3-2 instead of up 3-2. Sign Stamkos? No, I think you can go younger. No, Ahmed, it's common that you chant the goalie's name, so I don't think it had any bearing on Saros' play, good or bad. Ryan, I am a season ticket holder. That is my affiliation with the Canucks. No formal affiliation. I know a lot of people that work for the team, in the team. I used to have better connections in the club, and I was doing more collabs with the team. Like when music videos were cool to do, parody videos, I would actually do some with the team. They would actually, they would help. They would ask. They would get my input on a couple things. They would treat me to games. But anytime I get treated or get a box experience or a visit to the penalty box or whatever, those aren't because I'm Canuck Clay. Those are because I'm a season ticket holder. But there's certainly been some perks along the way, including my Canuck Clay jersey and getting invited to certain games or being involved in certain projects. But I'm doing that less and less now. As management has changed, so have a lot of the people that I used to be close to in the organization. So it's not like it's still a decent relationship, but I'm certainly not as close to the team as I used to be. Lekaramaki is probably one more season away, G-Sing. Tampa is gonna have to rebuild soon for sure. Well, Fitness also saying that officiating was bad. Yeah, Andrew, I went to game 1 and game 5. Did not go to game 2. Yeah, I forgot about the OEL dead cap. No one wants a cup here in Canada unless it's the Canucks. I'd rather see Boston win over it. Wow. Hey, Carl, do you think Tocchet is being outcoached? I do. He can't break the neutral zone and get more than 20 shots a game versus pylon D-men. Like, yeah, but their high end is pretty good in the OC. No, I don't think Tocchet's being outcoached yet. It's even. And the Canucks are winning the series. Oh, you guys are saying I hit 11,000? Thank you, Ryan. Let me check. Yes, I see 11,000 on the dot. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you. You guys are all part of that 11,000. It sure took a long time to get from 10,000 to 11,000, yet I'm still very happy and still very grateful. So hopefully it grows a bit more from here. I think it will if I spend more time on my channel now that I'm done my master's. But thanks to all of you for being such a big part of it. And I will do some sort of giveaway next week to celebrate. But yeah, yes, 11,000. That is 11,001 now. That is pretty cool. So thank you. All right, better wrap up soon. So questions only. How does your family think about your achievements of passing? I think they're proud of me. They probably don't see me as much. Maybe they like that between studying, work, Canucks vlogging, school, bowling, and stuff. But at least one big pillar of my life has been knocked down now. Thanks, Irvin. We hear you, Clay. A lot of people feeling the same way. I don't get why cost of living in Canada is so much more expensive compared to places like the US, like Raleigh, Kansas, Cleveland. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was just being a little honest there, but I appreciate that. Let's talk. 11,000. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 11K. Thank you. You go to the watch party. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm guessing they open up the concession stands, but anyone who was there, yeah, can you confirm to Darth and tell that concession stands were open? Pretty sure they were. Sign Reinhardt. I'd be all over that. Oh, thanks, Al. I appreciate that. Even when I was healthy, running was not my thing. My City News interview is not on YouTube, but I'm asking them to send me the link. They haven't done it so far. Rich, depressed people, but every single person that is broke will be depressed. Money buys happiness. I know enough people with money who aren't happy where I would respectfully disagree with that. Fitness. Congrats on 11K. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you friends with any of the players? No, I'm not. Bananas. Thank you, Fangirl. Chris Cupboard, Boston Pizza commercial. He's telling other Canadian fans to cheer for other Canadian fans, other Canadian teams. Yikes. No, I don't think that's a good look. Thanks, G-Sing. No, I do not drink tequila. In fact, I'll tell the story. When we were in Vegas for my stag, yeah, a bunch of church guys in Vegas, the club we were at, they played that Pee Wee Herman song, Tequila. And then for the duration of that song, it was free tequila shots. So I ran in the washroom. I went into a bathroom stall and I locked the door and I hid. I hid from my friends for 3 minutes so I did not have to drink tequila. Try a slap pass instead of testing Yossi. You'll be wasting my first intermission. Very good. Very good. Confidence level. Do we pull through? Yes. 5-3 Cody for Vancouver on Friday. 11K. The only 11 allowed in Canucks land. Love it. Congrats. Thank you. biggest tips for someone doing an undergrad: focus, focus, prioritize, surround yourself with people who can hold you accountable. How's that for 3 tips? That's what I would say. You're just starting. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Justin, for bringing that up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, going to be traveling tomorrow night. All right, friends. I'm going to wrap up here. I have a bit to do, but yeah, I appreciate all of you. This was a wonderful stream. There's 350 people watching, 90 on YouTube, another 250 or so on X. And I'm so grateful we passed 11,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And you guys are all a big part of it. Even if you were here from the very start or have joined along recently, you're all the same. I really appreciate all of you. So moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, as legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Shout out all as well to people who went over above and beyond. And today, that was Carol. Carol got the donation train out of the station with the $10 donation. And then Carol left another $5 donation by gifting a membership that went to Darren and Victoria. It is not too late to do any of those things. On your way out, you can subscribe, you can like the video, you can leave a donation, you can gift a membership, you can buy your own membership, you can upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message, or rate and review if you're listening on a podcast platform. But tonight was great. We hit a milestone together, 11,000 subscribers. And I'm grateful to all of you for watching and for taking some, I know how important time is, and it's a scarce resource. I know money's a scarce resource. So the fact that you guys spend some of your time and or money with me, know how grateful I am. And it's in that spirit of gratitude that I'll be flying down to Denver tomorrow with Gail, attending my grad rehearsal on Friday, my grad dinner on Friday night at the exact same time the Canucks are playing, maybe stream on Friday night, and then actually graduating, walking across that stage on Saturday morning. Okay, friends, you guys are awesome. Thanks, Van City Experts Real Estate. Thanks, Perform and Transform Personal Training Weight Loss. And thanks to all of you. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Did you know that NASA is launching a satellite to say sorry to all of the aliens? Yes, they're calling it the Apollo G. Apollo G. God bless and go Canucks go. I'm sorry. Booyah.